Good morning, YouTube. Fran Merante, out on my deck, tremendous day. Talking with my wife, chilling out. Believe it or not, talking about drums with my wife. How cool is that? So we're talking about the new drum set that I just bought. The new iteration of the Yamaha Recording Custom Drum Kit. Holy moly. Okay, holy moly. You might be familiar with the one I was using. I was using the original, it was actually an anniversary edition drum kit. Classic, of course, classic Yamaha sound. And sound is important, right? I mean, the sound of your drums is essentially your musical voice, if you will. And how important is that? It's actually, for me, and should be for really everyone, very important. I mean, when you hear musical ideas or passages in your head, especially, you know, passages of what you are going to be playing, you hear it in a certain way, right? I mean, you hear it in a way that you feel it should sound in the song. And so it's important to have an instrument that does that for you. So for me, the way that I hear drums is this sound. And up to this new iteration of the Recording Custom, that sound for me was the original. I started out with a Yamaha Recording Custom drum kit back in the day. It was a white Recording Custom kit that when I got it, it was like the same feeling that I felt when I listened to this new kit and heard this new kit. So I bought them. There was some financial difficulty, so I ended up selling them. I kind of regretted it from that day moving forward because my voice was gone, essentially. So I knew that one day that I would get them back. My student, who I'll keep nameless, Rob Del Palmo, came to me one day at a lesson and said, Fran, I got this Yamaha Recording Custom drum kit, pristine condition, because Rob keeps all his stuff pristine. Was wondering if you had any students that would be interested in it. And I said, forget students, I'm interested in it. And this was a shot for me to get that voice back. So I said, absolutely, Rob, you know, let's work something out. And I got my voice back. I'm like, this is great, phenomenal. And I've been doing all my recordings and stuff on, I mean, what better drum kit, right, than to do your sessions on than the most recorded drum kit in the world. And then Rob, once again, said, Fran, you got to go to the Connecticut Drum Show. You got to check it out. So I went, and Center of Portsmouth was there. Tony was there from Center of Portsmouth, and Rob will agree with me that Tony is like he's pretty much essentially a crack dealer, but for drummers. He completely supports our crazy, maniacal habit of gear and buying gear. Getting back to the Yamaha kit, I went to the Connecticut Drum Show, and Tony had the new line, or the new iteration of the Yamaha Recording Custom Kit. So he's like, Fran, you got to check these out. So he gives me a stick, and I go over. It's just kick, 3 toms. That's it. I start going around the kit, reaching under, tapping the kick drum, and I look over at Tony, and I'm like, am I hearing that right? Did it again, up and down the kit. Getting a little more aggressive with them now, hitting them. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is incredible. Before you know it, now mind you, in the distance there's also other dudes hitting drums. The crowd though was around me and this kit, and I'm not playing anything at all. I'm just one stick going around the kit, and it's drawing a crowd. So that in itself should tell you, in a room full of drummers, with a lot of dudes playing other drums, a crowd is forming around this drum kit. So to me, that was like, look, if I'm gonna be working for people and giving them and providing them with drum tracks, it's gotta be the best possible sound that I can have in a drum kit, and I'm experiencing it right now. This is the sound that I hear in my head, even over and above the original Recording Custom Kit, which I still say are phenomenal. But these surpass that, which is quite a feat. A little bit of the background of the new kit. They're still birch, of course. It's North American birch now, not Asian birch. I don't know the engineering specifics. I'll leave it up to you guys to look that up. I'm sure you can find that on the internet. I do know they're 30-degree bearing edges. I believe the plies have changed. It's not the same plies. I think the shells may be thinner. Don't quote me on that, but I think they may be thinner. There's a little bit more sustain and tone out of these drums. I think a large part of the reason as to why they sound so amazing is Yamaha got together with the drummer that you may have heard of, Steve Gadd. Hello? Probably one of the greatest drummers, if not the greatest drummer to grace planet Earth. Steve knows a little bit about drum sound. He's done a couple of sessions. In conjunction with him, they've created this just stellar sounding drum kit. And I've played all the different brands, heard all the different brands, and they're great. But for me, that voice that I hear in my head as my drumming voice, this is it. So that brings me to this tune that you're about to hear. This is a tune by a ridiculous musician. The guy is just off the meter. Brilliant mind, brilliant songwriter. His name's Fayeed, and he's from the Philippines. And I met Fayeed through Bobby's Backing Tracks. The best in the business. Check him out. Bobby'sBackingTracks.com. So back to Fayeed. Fayeed was nice enough to give me the honor of being on his latest CD, which I've done 6 tracks so far. Lights out. I'll give you more information when it comes out and the tunes are available. Anyway, I said, hey Fayeed, I just did the first session ever on my new kit. Would it be possible for me to put a video out and show everybody how they sound so they can check out the new Yamaha line of recording customs? And he was like, absolutely. It's like, I'm not under a stranglehold by any record companies, so yeah, man, go ahead, knock yourself out, which I thought was great. So Fayeed, thank you very, very much for letting me do that. This tune is actually a great tune. This is called Unreasonable Dreams, and yeah, it's pretty freaking unreasonable. It's got a repetitive tom line in it, one which involves crossing under to the floor tom with the left hand, which probably will beg the question, why didn't you just put a tom on the left side? I don't wanna. It's pretty much that simple. It's actually a great tune to demonstrate the sound of the drums because there is a lot of tom work involved. The snare drum that I am using while I have the opportunity, Cooper Akutin has snare drums that are, I'm not even going to bother saying it because words don't even do them justice, but check him out. His name's Cooper Akutin, that's A-C-O-U-T-I-N. On top of being just a stellar drum craftsman, he is one of the nicest guys that I've met, like, ever. And his philosophy on customer service, like, unheard of. And I'll be purchasing more of his drums in the future. And this is probably a great time to say, I do not have an affiliation with Yamaha drums. I'm not putting this up. I don't have an endorsement with them. I'm putting this up there for no other reason than to share with you how great these drums sound in case you're interested in them and want to purchase them. So completely unbiased here. You know, they're phenomenal. It is what it is. But anyway, getting back to the tune, Unreasonable Dreams, this is by Fayeed Tan. He's from the Philippines, and he is, like I said, a great musician. He plays all the instruments, but his primary instrument is guitar. And I think you'll really enjoy it. And what I'm going to do here is, because this is to review the kit, I'm going to put it up twice, back to back. And the first one I put up is going to be a mix of just EQ on the drums. No compression, no reverb, no mastering, just pure. Just a little bit of EQ on each drum, that's it. So you can hear them in their pure form. And then the second one's going to be the way that I would normally mix them, so you can hear them in both realms. Pure, unadulterated, and then the way that I would mix them normally for this tune. All right? So I'm sorry for the long-winded intro here. At any rate, enjoy this video, and share it if you like it, and spread the word, because if you don't check these drums out and you're in the market for a drum kit, you are missing the boat. So again, Fran Merante, hope you dig it. Unreasonable Dreams, Fayeed Tan.